Nick and I talk every day that we're trying to find it right now. It's not what we wanted, especially to go for this long. I think we're going on about 2 weeks now, so it's not ideal when both of us are hitting 3 and 4 and both going through a little tough spell right now. But hopefully we can get out of it tomorrow.
The young guys, they're not fazed by anything that's going on. Whether,
like I've said, they're too young to understand what's going on. I don't know if they know they're in the pennant race right now. They're having fun playing the game, having fun with their friends, and it shows on the field. Now hopefully Nick and I can just start joining in.
Well, Freddie Freeman pretty much summed it up last night here in Atlanta as the Braves suffered their 7th loss in 8 games at home. It's been a frustrating stretch for the Braves' number 3 and number 4 hitters, but it's a new month and hopefully new results for the Atlanta Ball Club, which starts play tonight at home against the Pirates, still 2 ahead in the National League Eastern race. Paul Bird, Joe Simpson, frustrating times for the Braves hitters in the middle of the order who've done such great work all year, but Joe, we know what they're capable of. Perhaps tonight's the night they break out.
And so does Brian Snitker. I think all of us take those 2 guys for granted with the work they've done all year long. They've been so solid in the middle of the order. So when they hit a little bit of a speed bump, it's like, hey, what's going on? We can't have that. Brian Snitker said as much last night. He said, you expect everybody to go through some lulls. You just hope they don't happen at the same time. Well, that's what's happening right now with Freddie and Nick. But I love what he said about the young guys. These young guys are carrying the load right now. They're stepping up when they needed to.
I love the fact that he cares. I mean, he's up here and he's used to carrying this team. There's the pitchers, they're used to pitching around. Freddie Freeman can't do that anymore, but he's of that mindset of, hey, this is my team. I've been the leader for so long. We're in a playoff race, so he wants to step up. We'll see.
Well, Kevin Gossman's got the ball for Atlanta. Speaking of stepping up, speaking of carrying a team, all he's done, fellas, is win his last 4 decisions.
No, he's been outstanding since coming over, Chip. How about that 4-seam fastball changeup right there? He's got a split, which is disgusting. We just saw he's going to bring the heat again. Since coming over to the Braves, he's attacked the strike zone more. We have needed that. It has been a beautiful pickup.
His numbers been incredible. His last 4 starts, a 1 ERA over 27 innings. He's got 15 straight shutout innings working coming into this start tonight. 5 walks, 20 strikeouts over those 27 innings. Outstanding.
Yeah, and he ought to be pretty rested. His last outing came against the Marlins. He needed just 5 innings of work in that game. So hopefully Kevin Gossman can get some early run support, give the bullpen some rest as the calendar turns to September 1 here in Atlanta. It's the Braves, it's the Pirates. The pennant race continues here in Atlanta next.
on the mound, and you cannot say enough about what he's done in his first 5 starts as an Atlanta Brave. You heard Chip Joe and Paul Bird talking about it. The month of August he had was spectacular, and he said there were a couple changes that the Braves made to his game. They moved his footing on the rubber, and they also have him pitching exclusively out of the stretch, and that led him to that month of August, like we mentioned, with a 4-1 record and a 1.69 ERA. But what does Kevin Gausman think the secret to the success of this trade has been? We'll let him tell you.
Really couldn't pinpoint just one thing. You know, I think they came to me and said, hey, we have some things that we think if you can get back to doing what you used to do, that you know, some things will kind of click. And you know, there was a little part of me that was kind of hesitant. You know, when you have success in the big leagues, doing one thing, you don't necessarily want to change it. And you know, but I just kind of, after talking to my wife, I, you know, decided, hey, I'm going to jump on this, you know, head first.
He has definitely jumped in head first. The Braves have loved what they've seen, and this is going to be his second time in 2 weeks facing the Pirates. And if you forgot what he did last time, it was just 8 shutout innings. So the Braves will hope that he's able to do that again tonight, because, you guys, it is September baseball here at SunTrust Park. The Braves looking to pull away from the Phillies with a win tonight. It's Chris Archer and Kevin Gausman. Pirates and Braves, Game 2 with Chip, Joe, and Paul is next.
Spectacular Saturday for Braves baseball. The Pittsburgh Pirates in town for Game 2 of 3. Atlanta dropped a 3-2 decision here last night. Kevin Gausman hopes to get Atlanta back in the win column. Atlanta starts play tonight, fellas. 2 games ahead of the Phillies, who walked off the Cubs last night. And let's face it, Atlanta has had its share of troubles here at home over the last 8 ball games. Hopefully they can get on a roll the rest of this series. The Red Sox series coming up. For after this homestand, there's only one left, and everybody running out of time as the calendar finally moves to September 1st, the most exciting time of a major league season.
You know, it's like a horse race. You can run all the practice rounds you want, you know, times around the track, and then it's time to get in the gates. We're in the gates.
Did you say that because I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, and I love the horses?
I knew you'd know what I was talking about.
I appreciate you speaking my language, Joe. I could not agree more. Coming down the backstretch,
yeah.
Turn that corner, and then you head for home. We will see what happens. Kevin Gausman hoping to help out in that process during this final month. He has been outstanding since coming over from Baltimore. You see those 5 starts with the Braves, 4-1 record, 1.69 ERA. Lowered that ERA by half a point, exactly what we needed.
And his 4 keys to pitching success tonight. A little musical tilt to this. Charlie Rich. Remember Charlie Rich?
Yeah.
Keep on rolling with the flow. He has pitched so well, he's just got to keep it rolling. And Diana Ross. Okay, what's Diana Ross got to do with this? Well, we need a stopper. In the name of love.
Keep going.
Hey, you're on fire.
We've got to stop this losing streak. And that's what he's got to be tonight. He's been pitching so well, he's got to be the stopper and just keep doing what he's doing.
That may be the greatest open I've ever heard.
Well, they are special keys.
Yeah, you just
Not Alicia, but
no, those are our Ford off keys for game 2. Yeah. As Gossman's ready to face this Pirates lineup presented by their skipper Clint Hurdle. It's brought to you by Toyota, Marte, Frazier, Polanco 1, 2, and 3. Cervelli back in the starting lineup hitting cleanup. Dickerson, Bell, Moran at third. Pirates made news after the game last night. We'll get to that shortly. Kevin Newman is the shortstop, and Chris Archer, a man the Braves saw up at PNC Park, is on the mound and has been off to, quite frankly, a disappointing start as a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates. It is a beautiful, warm, somewhat breezy night. The fireworks have been shot off. The smoke is hanging out over the infield, blowing back toward us. So we'll see if we're delayed for a few moments while the smoke clears. And if, Joe, if you want to sing When the Smoke Gets in Your Eyes While We Wait, we will certainly be happy to let you have at it.
I love the smell of gunpowder at game time.
I would also like the pitch while this smoke is out on the field.
Need a little better breeze to kick up real fast.
So Starling Marte will lead off for Pittsburgh. He had an infield hit last night. Tried to steal second, got knocked off the bag by Dansby and tagged out. And he does have a 7-game hitting streak. Gossman works out of the stretch exclusively and his first of beauty right there, and we are underway. 87 degrees, 7:12 first pitch. If you keep track of such things, 17 homers for Marte. And a quick 0-2 count. Everybody in uniform tonight wearing those special yellow ribbons on their chests. As Marte hits one to second, Charlie Culberson gets the start there tonight for Ozzie. And there's the first out. Major League Baseball is supporting childhood cancer research today. It is Childhood Cancer Day all around the major leagues, and that's a cause near and dear to our other colleague Tom Glavine and his lovely wife Chris, who have worked tirelessly here in Atlanta to raise money, raise awareness, to try to eradicate that horrific problem. And you see the yellow wristbands for the players, coaches, and umpires as well. Great cause. Here's Adam Frazier. Strike one to him.
In case you were wondering about Ozzie Albies, he is not injured, just taking the day off, and it's very nice when you can have a replacement like Charlie Culberson come off the bench and play anywhere.
Good way to keep Charlie sharp too.
No balls and a strike, and that's out of play for Frazier. Might confuse the broadcasters though, as Dansby and Charlie look so much alike. We'll try to keep that straight tonight.
Well, if they put a shift on, we're in big trouble.
Well, I know I am. Promise you that. As Frazier, 7 homers, 25 RBIs. He's the Pirates' second baseman. Saw Josh Harrison play there last night. And that's low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nice crowd here tonight in Atlanta. Braves had 36,000 here last evening. And the postgame Zed concert. And apparently fireworks will follow this game before we wrap up things with the Pirates here tomorrow evening. The pitch. And that bounces away. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got to meet with Charlie Culberson Sr. before the game today in Kim. And what I learned was that he had a travel ball team called the Wizards between the ages of 10 to 12 years old. And he made every player play every position and even sit on the bench for an inning.
That's tremendous, learning to play all the spots, not just camping out somewhere. That's good.
Now Charlie playing all the different positions, even coming in on the mound and dotting it up at 93.4.
That's right.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Frazier putting up a fight here. And from 0-2 now to a full count. We have seen Kevin from time to time not struggle in the first 2 innings, but he'll have a couple of base runners here and there. And if you don't get him in those first 2 innings, at least in a Braves uniform, it's been awfully tough to get him at all. See if that trend continues tonight. As a good at bat continues for Frazier, with the bases empty and 1 out.
Well, with that split changeup and his sinker, When he's been in some trouble, he's been able to get ground balls when he needs them and get double plays.
Line drive to left. That's a well-earned hit for Frazier. Big league at bat, folks. In fact, it was Frazier who came on in the 8th inning last night as a pinch hitter for Jamison Tyon. Drew a leadoff walk and scored what proved to be the game-winning run.
That wasn't even a strike. Change up, sinking down and away and off the plate, and he hit it hard.
So Frazier's at first. This was the duo that clicked in that Pirates 8th inning. Braves tried to retire Polanco with 2 strikes on a high fastball. It wasn't high enough, and he provided the game-winning hit against Brad Brock, who suffered the loss last night. Again, this is a Pirate club that hits into a lot of double plays. Polanco is on that list. He's bounced into 11 of them. No balls and a strike for the Pirates right fielder.
Good
96.
heater. Yeah, good one.
Polanco has the highest exit velocity, highest of up and away at 98.4 miles an hour. So when he catches up to it, he gets those arms extended and puts some heat on it.
Couldn't catch that one up and out of the zone at 96. First strikeout for Gossman, and 2 are out.
There's a high target for you, and delivered where it needed to be.
Last night, the pitch that Brock threw looked to be about 3 inches lower than that.
Yeah.
That apparently made all the difference.
Well, he's a big guy. He's 6'5", so you got to get it up there.
So Frazier at first with 2 outs now. Francisco Cervelli is the starting catcher tonight. Elias Diaz started last night. Came up with a hamstring issue. Came out of the game. Pitch is low. No chance for Flowers. And Frazier steals his first base, and he's in scoring position.
Nice jump, Goss, with that high leg kick. Flo really didn't have much of a chance on that one, especially on
The dirt, yeah.
the dirt ball.
3rd stolen base of the series for the Pirates. That's 60 for their team this year. Now a hit could mean a run for Cervelli, who hits the Braves well. Fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike.
It's a guy that he's a good player that hardly anybody knows about. You know, he's not somebody who makes a lot of headlines. He's just a clutch hitter for them, and he's a real solid catch and throw guy. 11 homers, 49 RBIs. He throws out 45% of base stealers.
One ball, 1 strike. And he more than holds his own at the plate. I mean, look at his numbers. 11 homers, 49 RBIs. Those are all career high numbers for Cervelli. And a lifetime 275 hitter.
Is that close? Not really. I mean, it's tight, but bat flinging, I don't know.
I think Goss is throwing very hard right now, and I don't think he saw it right away. Looked like a late reaction.
95, and it evens the count. Chris Archer is the Pirates starter. He awaits his fate after the Pittsburgh club bats here in the top of the 1st.
Already pacing.
Yeah, that's unusual.
Frazier a big lead at second. Now the 2-2 is little pop, shallow left. Here comes Ronald, though. He's going to get there, makes the catch with a slide, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, a man left. Here come the Braves in the home first. Acuna, he's our Coors Light refreshing finish, and what a finish it was for the month of August for the Braves rookie outfielder.
Well, that's just one of several good weeks for him in August. August 13th to 19th, he gets the wristwatch to commemorate his player of the week. Hopefully by tomorrow he'll be named the player of the month.
I voted for him.
Me too.
He might win 2 awards. The rookie of the month and the player of the month are in play for Ronald Acuna, one would think. And he again is atop Brian Snitker's Toyota starting lineup. The only change, Charlie Culberson, who gives Ozzie Albies the night off. Tyler Flowers alternating starts with Kurt Suzuki. Another chance for the Braves to tackle Chris Archer. Braves took care of him up in Pittsburgh. It was a 1-0 game. The run came in the first inning.
Chris Archer coming over from Tampa Bay. You see the season with the Pirates not as good as he was in Tampa Bay, a former All-Star a couple times, and has just struggled to find that All-Star status that he started out at.
And like Kevin Gausman, guys, he's starting out of the stretch.
Yeah, that's a little different for him too. 29 years old, 6'2", 195 from Clayton, North Carolina. Originally drafted and signed by the Indians.
Some new padding on Ronald Acuna as he leads off. You know about the left elbow pad. Check out what's on the left hand.
Yeah, I noticed that last night. It's one of those protective flaps that you can Velcro on there just to protect the hand in case it gets plunked. Must not be uncomfortable.
I was talking to manager Clint Hurdle before the game, and he said, Paul, I have not seen bat speed like that in a long time. He said, forget about the home run. He fouled the ball off, and I got the chills because the bat went through the zone so quick, straight to the ball, impressing everybody.
That one smoked up the middle, but Frazier had his man played perfectly, and Archer's lucky to get out of the way. That was a missile up the middle, but Acuna's retired thanks to good defensive positioning. 1 out.
All you can do is hit it hard. Unfortunately, it's right at somebody.
Yeah, that was Troy Gloss's great line. After contact, I'm a producer, not a director.
Archer's last start at Milwaukee, another short outing since we last saw him. 4 innings, 7 hits, 6 runs. He got beat 7-4 by the Brewers.
Ender jumps on the first one, skies it toward left. Dickerson's going to have plenty of room. And that's the second out. That's, to me, Joe, the most surprising thing about Archer, who has such a terrific pedigree pitching in the American League and the AL East. He has not pitched beyond 5 innings yet as a Pirate. Go figure.
Yeah, there's something going on there. I don't know what it is. That he's a good athlete. He's got good stuff.
The Pirates believe he's super emotional. Joe, you were talking about him pacing in the dugout, which is unusual, and they feel like he's come over to Pittsburgh and is trying to strike everybody out.
That leads to a lot of deep counts, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I understand you're emotional. You want to come over. You got a good breaking ball. You have a history of striking guys out. A team has confidence in you. They traded for you. You want to show them what you can do, and sometimes you try to pitch a little above just relaxing and hitting your spot.
So here's Freddie Freeman. How about his comments that we showed you in our open? Freddie was very honest. It's a bad time to be slumping at the plate, and he is for Atlanta.
You know, there's also, I mean, you're trying to find a silver lining. If this were the last 10 days of the season and he were doing this, I'd be panicked. Just as a fan, you know, thinking, boy, we need Freddie to come through. But it's early September. There's a 2-game lead. It only takes 1 day to get turned around. And as I think Paul said last night, this guy can carry you for a month if he gets going.
I think that's what he's used to. So when he's unable to do it in a crucial time, he's starting to probably, like Archer, try to do too much.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Shift on for Freddie. The pitch is knuckled out of play. and off to the left side. As you said, Paul, he cares so much, and he knows what his role is as the third place hitter on this Braves club. But Freddie can't do it alone. Nick Markakis can't do it alone. Fortunately for the Braves, some other guys have picked up the slack for them. But clearly the Braves are better when Freddie and Nick are hot. And he takes ball 3.
Breaking ball got away from him.
So now the payoff pitch is pulled out of play.
He had some great at-bats in the All-Star game and had struggled a little bit coming into the All-Star game, and Kevin Seitzer after that noticed his swing kind of returned to pre-All-Star, and he said, hey, why did you swing so well in the All-Star game? And he gave him some reasons. Tough lefties need to stay in there.
And a swing and a miss. Archer has a 1-2-3 first. So the strikeout ball has been a problem for Freddie. He's down swinging in a scoreless opening inning in Atlanta. Park has to offer with the college ticket special. This special offer includes a $10 general admission ticket and a $5 credit to spend on concessions or merchandise during the game. Go to braves.com/college and use your .edu email to take advantage of this great offer. September 1, 2018. Braves are 2 up in the East and are tied with the Pittsburgh Pirates tonight as we head to a scoreless second. Dickerson, Bell, and Moran are coming up for the battling Buccos. Corey Dickerson doubled and scored the first run of the night last night.
Pirates lost a player last night before the midnight hour. That's another song, by the way. I think it was Grassroots. I'm not sure. Yeah, David Freese went to the Dodgers right after the game.
Yeah, I'm glad you stated it that way. First the 1-0 pitch to Dickerson. Because if you had said they traded the Freese, there are a lot of people here at SunTrust Park that were panicked.
Yeah.
Not that Freese. It was Clint Hurdle's third baseman Freese, who is headed west to LA.
Yeah, it was a nice pickup for the Dodgers. Solid bat. A little insurance at third base for Turner too.
Swing and a miss by Dickerson. A ball and 2 strikes. We've said it before about the Dodgers. They've been a couple of times and a couple of teams who've had a chance to bury him. They haven't been able to do it. LA's a game back now. And Colorado, unable to beat San Diego consistently, has fallen to third place behind Arizona. 1-2 pitch. And Arizona and the Dodgers play again tonight. It's Clayton Kershaw on the mound for Los Angeles.
I didn't know about this one. Jared Burleson just told me Echeverria went to the Yankees. They lost 2 guys.
The Yankees are just going to acquire everybody they can acquire, and
they can only have 40 at a time right now.
Exactly right. Pitch is upstairs. It's a full count.
I told my son Colby one time playing PlayStation to be the Yankees, you know. He says, why is that? And I said, well, they're always good. If somebody's good, they just trade for them. So he remembered that. Later I was signing autographs after a win, and he said, Dad, you're not any good. Why would anybody want your autograph? And I said, what do you mean? I said, son, I'm pretty good. I just won the game.
Yeah.
He goes, no, Dad, if you were good, the Yankees would have traded for you. Be careful what you tell your kids.
That's it. Yankees are 7.5 games behind Boston. Braves could impact the AL East race starting Monday. Boston will be here at SunTrust. The pitch fouled away. Pittsburgh is a lot like Atlanta when they're playing well. They are a tough team to strike out. They put the ball in play. They foul off a lot of pitches. I would assume that is a very frustrating thing for a starting pitcher to deal with.
Absolutely it is, and it's one of the differences between AAA and the big leagues is that big league hitters have a knack for fouling off good pitches and living to see another day. As a pitcher, you can only make so many quality pitches before you hang one.
There's a good pitch. Dickerson swung over the top. Second strikeout for Kevin, and a good start to his second inning.
Well, that changeup is a good one, isn't it?
It really is. He's got a split. He's got a change. That is nasty. The bottom fell out of it after he had worked that outside corner, so you had to respect the area that he was pitching in. Outstanding.
Josh Bell is the Pirates' first baseman. He batted second last night. He's hitting 6th this evening. When you talk about Pittsburgh and the offensive problems they have gone through, and they are rather severe, the Pirates have scored 33 runs in their last 14 games. Josh Bell has not driven in a run in 16 games. That missed inside, ball 2.
That's probably part of the question mark hanging over his whole year. You know, where'd the power go? Power and RBIs that were so readily available last year.
26 homers and 90 batted in last season. And he's not striking out any more than he did last year. He's walking at perhaps a little higher rate than he did in 2017. Has the league caught up to Bell? 8 homers, 54 driven in with a month to play. And he had a green light and didn't get it. 3-1.
Bell with that good raw power, swinging on 3-0, thinking one thing, home run, which he should be at 3-0.
Three and 2. So let's see if that sets up the split or the change for Gausman. He's also had good luck getting swings and misses on high fastballs. Let's see what Flowers wants. And we'll do it again. Still a full count.
I have to applaud Kevin Gausman for making changes at this point in his career, because he was already successful. Listening to the Braves, moving from the stretch permanently, and it's paid off.
To center. Ender is there, and a nice comeback for Gausman behind in the count. Bell flies out. 2 away in the second.
to me, watching him pitch since he's put on a Braves uniform, it's not that I mean, he falls behind. He'll get behind 3-0. You talked about getting into some trouble early in Pittsburgh and pitching out of it. He certainly has weapons to get himself out of that, and that's admirable. But he throws them for strikes. You know, he can throw any of them for strikes. He's got excellent control.
And even his misses look like strikes.
Yeah, they're close enough to get swings.
This is Colin Moran, the Pirates' third baseman. He'll get extended play now that David Freese has been traded west. Moran working on his Charlie Blackmon beard. Has 99 hits on the year and is batting .274.
I see a little Adam LaRoche in him as well.
1 ball, 1 strike. Little tapper right back to the mound, and Gossman is out of the second inning. No score on a perfect night in Atlanta. Leads the way. The NC State Wolfpack take on the Panthers of Georgia State. You can catch it all next Saturday at 12:30 Eastern on Fox Sports South, streaming live on the Fox Sports app, and it's all brought to you by your local Ford dealer. 4, 5, and 6 on the lineup card for Brian Snitker's Braves here tonight. Atlanta seeking win number 75 and seeking some help from the Chicago Cubs. They're playing the Phillies tonight. And good news to report for you. After an inning and a half, the Cubs lead the Phillies 2-0. Kyle Hendricks is on the mound for Chicago in game 2 of that series.
RBIs for Baez and Zobrist in the first inning.
Baez is on fire. So Nick Markakis takes a strike. You heard what Freddie had to say about his struggles at the plate, and he included Nick in that. Nick is in a 164 slide over his last 16 games. And a good pitch from Archer has him behind 0-2.
Well, look, these guys have been around for so long. You don't have to tell them or show them what's going on. They know.
And because they have a back of the bubble gum card, that's what makes you feel confident they'll break out of it. As that one's off the plate, 1 ball, 2 strikes. If these were 2 rookie players, I think you'd have a
different,
greater sense of urgency.
Brian Snitker said as much last night.
One ball, 2 strikes. Base is empty for Markakis. Chris Archer just missed one at that pitch.
That's 2 in a row he just missed on.
Talking to Kevin Seitzer before the game, he said that Nick Markakis is a video freak. Just missed. He goes and watches video over and over again. He says Freddie is more of just concentrate on see ball, hit ball, and he tries to hit a line drive over shortstop. Not a huge video guy.
To the shortstop. Newman will handle on a friendly hop. 1 out.
But I tried to tell a story with 2 outs last inning, and I forgot that I'm not Vin Scully. So you were left with a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what he said was when Freddie went to the All-Star game, he changed his approach. And Seitz asked, why is that? And he said, well, I had some tough lefties, so I tried to really stay in there and drive the ball up the middle. And he said, no. He goes, I think it was because you were having fun. You forgot about everything, your swing, your this and that. You were at the All-Star game. He says, I want you to go back to that, just going out and having fun. And what a better team to do that with, where you have young guys who that's all they do.
Especially this young man who's as hot as anybody in the lineup, Johan Camargo, with hits in 7 of his last 8 games. 13 hits in that stretch for Atlanta. Hitting a Ted Williams-like 406.
Well, back to Paul's point, you got to get out of your own head sometimes. You know, you have so much floating around in there that you're trying to do, whether you're a rookie or you're a 10-year vet, that it can mess up all your mechanics or all your thought process about see it and hit it.
How much of getting out of your own head has to do with physical fatigue? We've talked a lot about how Freddie and Nick are in the lineup every day. They've started every game for the Braves this year, the only set of teammates to have done that so far this year. As we all know, this is a tired time of year for anybody who's involved in Major League Baseball. With 30 days to go, how do you manage that as a player?
There's a certain amount of that. You know, to me, I've always thought mental fatigue was a lot more tiring than physical. Wears you down. So when you've already got some physical fatigue setting in too, it can complicate things quite a bit. These guys are really good. They this time of year getting their rest and knowing that it's going to be a real challenge coming down the stretch here and what's at stake.
3-2 pitch. Strike 3. And Camargo is walking down to first base. I don't think he realizes that he was just rung up.
No, he doesn't.
Camargo thought he earned ball 4. He walked down to the first base bag thinking that was ball 4. Instead, it was strike 3.
I don't know the last time I've seen that. Got all the way down there to the bag.
Must have been a quiet ring up from Bill Welke. Target down and away. Had a lot of the plate and the zone.
Johan must have seen the glove movement and thought Archer missed his spot, but it was a strike. Here's Charlie. The Braves' second baseman tonight's on a nice roll since the All-Star break. .355 average. That's bumped him up to .290 on the year. That's hit towards second, and Frazier's got it. His throw to first on the money, and Archer's retired the first 6 in order. He's coming up second. We go to the third.
third inning, and as you know, it is September 1st, which means September call-ups. Now, this allows all 30 Major League Baseball teams to expand their rosters to up to 40 guys, and the Braves added 7 guys to their active roster today. They added position players Lane Adams, Michael Reed, and Rene Rivera, who the Braves acquired in that trade the other day with the Angels. That'll add some bench depth and some speed on the bases. And then for pitchers, you see Touki Toussaint, Bryce Wilson, and Kyle Wright, who was just drafted by the Braves less than a year and a half ago. Now, those guys will add some bullpen depth, and the Braves will stick with a 6-man rotation this month. We don't know who or when that will start, but I can tell you that Touki Toussaint is in the dugout without cleats on, and the other 2 are in the bullpen. And Shane Carl also back from the DL and in the bullpen tonight, guys.
Yeah, good to have Shane back from his shoulder woes, Kelsey. And yes, it's a very busy transaction day for the Braves, and frankly, all the major league clubs getting their September call-ups in big league clubhouses now. Tip of the cap to John Holland and his staff. That's a lot of hard work overnight to get the jerseys ready, get the lockers ready, get the kids acclimated, all the gear they need. And the same for Fred Stone, who's got to do those duties in the visitor side for the Pirates, who made some roster moves as well, which included those trades Joe mentioned earlier tonight. Kevin Newman flies out to center, and that's 6th straight retired by Gossman after Frazier's opening inning hit.
I don't think there's an organization in baseball that has this deep a farm system, that has this amount of young pitchers and position players that you can bring up that are this mature, this good, this exciting to watch.
And with the exception of Wright, who've already had a chance to pitch here, find out what it's all about.
Chris Archer, the batter. Might recall Archer had to come out of the game in Pittsburgh after he swung the bat and recoiled and kind of ended up in a catcher's crouch and left with some leg discomfort. I'm sure the Pirates want him to take it easy in the box, as that would miss high for an even count.
I will say this for Archer on the mound. He already looks 10 times better than what we saw in Pittsburgh. More relaxed, more strikes, a little more in control of his pitches. He's off to a good start tonight.
And that's launched out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. It was a very interesting deal that the Pittsburgh Pirates made with Tampa Bay. Not just what they gave up to get Chris Archer, but the timing of it. First the 1-2, which is popped into shallow right. Long run for Markakis, and he'll have it in foul ground. You might recall in early July the Pirates went on a terrific run. They won 12 out of 13 games. And look, let's face it, their attendance is down in Pittsburgh this year. Fans were disappointed with the trades of Andrew McCutchen and Garrett Cole, and disappointed with the way the Pirates were playing. But there's some who wonder if Pittsburgh's acquisition of Archer was trading for fool's gold, because outside of that 12-1 run, guys, the record of the Pirates this year is 54-68, 14 games under 500 and 7 under in their last month plus. So
I was shocked.
Why go get Archer now is my question.
I can't answer that.
Depending on what your thoughts were for your team going forward, if you fit into your rotation next season and you're getting a head start on that, then it makes total sense.
1-0 for Marte, who swings and misses. And again, the Pirates said themselves the final verdict on the Archer trade is not going to be told in the first 3 weeks of his tenure in a Pittsburgh uniform. It'll be told in the 2 or 3 years that he has left on his contract. And with his pedigree in the National League, they feel with Ray Searage that he can be, along with Jameson Taillon, as good a 1-2 punch in the National League as any other club.
Talking to Clint Hurdle before the game again, he said or promised that Archer would return to that all-star form. They think they have something on him that they can help him with.
Well, he must have had some coffee tonight, boys.
Yeah, well, that's one of the things that they're talking to him about, is control your emotions. You'll have to watch during the course of the game when he gets in trouble. His body language will change. who get very excited and they'll start to try to throw the ball through a wall.
And Marte has a base hit to extend his hitting streak to 8 games in a row.
And that's something they believe they can help him with. I agree with you. I was shocked too. I couldn't explain it. He is one of their building blocks. I think there was an outside chance they thought they were still in it. They could make a nice run. But as we can see by the guys they just traded and things they've done, they're officially flicked the switch and are rebuilding.
So keep an eye on Marte. He's got 30 stolen bases. Frazier, the batter, with a single already and a steal. And Gossman delivers low. Ball 1. Well, it's always a challenge for the teams in the Central. Milwaukee, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati, with the 2 juggernauts in St. Louis and Chicago, to try to keep up with them. Pittsburgh a couple of years ago was one of the great stories in baseball after finally snapping that 20-year run without making the playoffs, only to have those playoff dreams wiped away in back-to-back years in a 1-game wild card matchup.
Marte was going, caught him leaning, just didn't get him. He was very lucky to get back.
Not going, and out of play foul, a ball and a strike.
In case you missed last night's game, Marte did steal second base and was safe, but his hand was on the bag, and Dansby Swanson, with a hard tag, which is legal, pushed his hand off the bag. He was smiling and laughing and thought it would be reviewed and he would be called safe, but it wasn't.
Over but low, ball 2 to Frazier. Cubs have extended their lead in Philadelphia to 4-0 now. Zach Eflin is on the mound for the Phillies. By the way, I forgot to mention that Chris Bryant is back at third base for Chicago tonight. Just what that lineup needs, an MVP and a premium defender as well. Bryant's been out with shoulder problems. 3 balls and a strike here to Frazier. All this trouble with 2 outs. Pop out to center, a pop out to right. Marte a single. And now a deep count for the Pittsburgh second sacker. Runner goes. Pitch popped up. And Ronald in left is going to drift back a step or 2 and have plenty of room. He's there. And that'll retire the side. Braves looking for their first base runner as we come to the 3rd. Home half, still no score.
Xfinity delivers the fastest internet with the best in-home Wi-Fi experience. And by Delta Airlines.
Scoreless game here at the Chop House, SunTrust Park. Braves and Pirates meeting in Game 2. Atlanta trying to pacify Pittsburgh for first time here in Atlanta this year. Tyler Flowers, Dansby Swanson, and Kevin Gossman, the trio looking to reach against Chris Archer, who set down the first 6 in order so far tonight. And when Archer is missing, he is missing by very, very small margins. Tyler's got 4 hits in his last 3 games. And he starts tonight, alternating with Kurt Suzuki, who picked up a couple of hits in Game 1 last evening.
This guy's so hyper and energetic in the dugout, you know, with the pacing. He's so fired up. Maybe going to the stretch kind of has helped calm him a little bit, Paul.
That's certainly what they're trying to do. Another thing that I think hurts Archer a little bit is he's primarily a 2-pitch pitcher. You're showing it right here. You see the changeup only throws it 11% of the time. So hitters a lot of times will not factor that in and say, okay, I'm going to guess 1 or the 2. I'm going to look heater and try to adjust the slider. But as a starter, that's hard to do.
Moran at third, got a friendly hop and makes the throw for the first out.
Over and over again, just pitch. See guys 2 and 3 or even 4 times and just had 2 pitches, because then all of a sudden you have to be perfect with those 2 pitches. And then let's just say, which happens all the time, you know, I just can't find my breaking ball today. Now you're a 1-pitch pitcher. So I think they're going to try to get him to throw his changeup more and see if they can make it a little better.
Well, nothing wrong with the results for him tonight. 7 up, 7 down. And Dansby Swanson, the Braves shortstop, the 8th place hitter, looks at Archer for the first time tonight. He's 0 for 2 against him. And of course coming in Pittsburgh. And that went in for a strike. Bottom of the zone, 0 and 1.
Cervelli asking him to bounce that breaking ball.
I like it pointing where he wants it to. Saw that last night from Diaz.
Well, we know how animated Cervelli can be at the plate and behind it.
Just your typical Italian Venezuelan. Dad an immigrant from Italy, mom Venezuelan. The World Baseball Classic, played for Italy.
Talks to everybody too, very friendly. Tips his cap to the pitcher's first at bat every time.
Walk-up song in Pittsburgh, That's Amore. Dean Martin.
Great song.
With what you've been throwing out in tonight's broadcast, I thought you'd appreciate that.
You know it. Just another one to the list.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Eddie Perez he almost shed a tear when Cervelli signed his multi-year deal with Pittsburgh. The Venezuelan connection, and I think he was hoping he could be a Brave.
That's popped up behind the plate. Cervelli late break, sliding try, and he can't make it. Great effort by Cervelli, but he just did run out of room. And Dansby will have another swing on the house here.
Yeah, he got a late start on that.
Ball comes up on you fast, doesn't it?
Not a lot of give there.
That's brick. Good thing he had shin guards on.
A little road rash on his throwing hand too for his trouble. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The location of that glove on that last pitch says a lot about how teams think they can get Dansby out. I think a key for Dansby progressing in his career, he can certainly hit the fastball in at any velocity, but not to chase that slider. Great take right there by him.
So he's back to an even count with 1 out. He covered that one. Now it's Dansby's turn to try to frustrate a pitcher tonight. Braves are seeing the 3 best the Pirates have to offer in this series. Ty on last night, Archer tonight, and Ivan Nova, who historically has given the Braves trouble. In fact, Atlanta beat him for the first time the last time they saw him up in Pittsburgh. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a cue shot foul. Archer can't put away Swanson here, the Braves' 8th place hitter.
Being told that Nova may have been scratched.
Really? Our crack PR stat man Jared Burleson with the official notice as we speak. First, the 2-2 pitch. And it's bounced up there. We're told Ivan Nova is away from the team for personal reasons. So that's news to us. Nick Kingham will get the start for Clint Hurdle's ball club. So that's late news tonight.
Didn't Kingham throw a near no hitter earlier this year in a spot start?
I know he had a great game early for Pittsburgh. Fly ball toward right. Polanco on the run near the corner, and it's a row up. No chance for Polanco to get that. And the good at bat for Swanson continues here. He almost hit it to another one of his doppelgangers. Look at that guy.
He's got the flow. You know, I think this good run for Dansby. Oh, he had a glove, he'd have caught it. This good run for Dansby started, at least watching him, is that his concern or his concentration was middle away, not worrying about trying to pull everything. And as a result, he's able to eyeball those sliders just off the plate, not swing at them, and knowing that he can still react to anything in. They're coming in.
And he takes strike 3. Bottom of the zone, center cut, and a big pitch by Archer. It took him 11 pitches to retire Swanson, but that's his 3rd strikeout.
Second one looking. Great pitch.
Two-seamer down 95 miles an hour. Tough pitch to hit. I know it didn't turn out well for Swanson in the end, but I thought that was a good at bat.
So here's Kevin. He's had some long at bats for the Braves this year. He's 1 for 12 as a National League hitter, 3 strikeouts. So he's put the ball in play more often than not. Gossman will be charged a 2nd strike.
Had a 12 pitch at bat in Pittsburgh where he turned around to look at the umpire, and Cervelli and the umpire were both mad at him, indicating, hey guy, make a decision here.
2 strikes, base is empty. And it's a swing and a miss. Chris Archer is perfect through 3 innings with 4 strikeouts. His offense hasn't supported him. We're scoreless. With Braves Value Pack, you can get your game ticket, a snack, and a drink of your choice starting as low as $15. You can add as many tickets as you'd like to the plan, so it's a great way to catch a game with family or friends. Try it out and see for yourself. Head to Braves.com/value.
They have great nachos.
Pretzel in the shape of an A. And I just want to tell everybody, this must go on your dog.
What?
Yes.
Let me have that.
If you.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah. Come on.
Ooh, that was passionate right there.
If you want to stay in the booth,
yeah.
That's what a hot dog's supposed
don't
to
go
look
anywhere
like.
near that dog with a catch.
Except
look
for the
at that
dots
guy
of
knows
catch.
what he's doing.
No.
Man.
There you go.
There.
Oh.
That's the way to eat a hot dog.
Yeah,
right
you
there.
Got the mustard now.
You know,
So,
you guys have said a lot of things right this broadcast,
Yeah.
but I got to question you on that.
Well, so you know what your penalty is for being wrong?
What's that?
You have to eat all of that before this inning is over.
Yeah, then race to freeze, right?
I like your chances.
Mm-hmm.
Pretzel looks pretty good.
These are the 4 food groups, as you notice. It's dairy, meat, you got your breads.
That's it.
Lots of breads.
All you need is the liquid bread, Paul, and you'd be in business,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
As we
There you go.
get set for inning number 4. Great crowd tonight. Pitchers duel so far. Archer and Gossman, no score. Pittsburgh has 2 hits. Archer's perfect through 3 innings. Kevin will make his way through the lineup a second time here with Polanco, Cervelli, and Dickerson leading off.
I think Nick Green puts ketchup on his hot dog.
There's only one thing worse than that. There are people out there who put mayonnaise on hot dogs.
And cheeseburgers.
Gregory Polanco struck out his first time up. And drives this one to left. Acuna's been busy, but he'll have no trouble. 1 out.
Chris Archer's pitching way better than we saw him pitch in Pittsburgh, obviously. Even though he only gave up 1 run that day, he was all over the place. Deep counts. Braves are getting pitches to hit. But what I was hoping to see tonight from Atlanta offensively is scratch out an early run, take the lead, put a couple on the board, let everybody loosen up a little bit, relax a little bit, which always seems to help when you get a lead early. I don't know if Archer will cooperate. We'll see.
Well, Atlanta's gone through the lineup exactly 1 time against him. Everybody should have a pretty good idea of what he's got. What he's got's real good tonight. But Kevin Gossman has matched him pitch for pitch until that one, which got Cervelli right in the middle of the back, I think. And he'll take first. Nope, one in the back.
Pinball off the arm and leg.
Would love to know what he and Flo were talking about right there.
Well, they pitched him in a lot that time they got him.
Dickerson's a double play candidate. We told you last night, Pirates at the start of the series had 5 men in double digits in double plays. Now to play foul. That will help hold your offense down. At the moment, they have 4 players in double digits. David Freese was the 5th. He's since been traded to the Dodgers. Dickerson has grounded into 12 double plays on the year. Runner goes, pitch a ball, throw to second is a strike, and a great catch and tag. They ran with Cervelli, but he's tagged out. What a play at short by Dansby to catch it quickly and get the leather to the foot.
Pretty good jump for the catcher, but a great throw and a quick tag by Swanson. That was, for all intents and purposes, a pitch out.
Little short hop. Great job by Dansby right there. No replay needed. And I agree. What a great pitch to throw on.
So the bases are empty for Corey Dickerson. And an even count to him. The pitch is lifted out of play, foul.
There's the straight change on the outside corner. Gosman has a great fastball tonight. A lot of guys are late, including Polanco, who eats fastballs for lunch. So there, when you got to start it early to catch up to that fastball, and he pulls the string, that's not the split, that's the straight change. It's devastating. Now he has options.
No chase, and it's 2-2. Kevin's about to make his 60th pitch. He's been economical tonight. And fouled away. Braves got to figure out a way to get this guy out. Dickerson has hit safely in 10 of his last 11 games against the Braves. He has 14 hits in that stretch. And like Mr. Bell, he's in a long RBI drought. 17 games without one for Dickerson. And a swing and a miss. Gosman has strikeout number 3. He has a easy 4th inning. Top of the order coming up in a scoreless game for Atlanta. Innings with 4 strikeouts. Ronald Acuna Jr. will get things going for the Braves. He's our Georgia lottery hitting the jackpot.
Is that good?
Man. 20 RBIs and 22 runs scored in 24 games. He's doing both parts of it, you know. He's getting on, he's scoring, but he's also driving in a ton.
I feel like even when he gets out, it's exciting. Even when he makes a play in the outfield, it's fun to watch.
Well, Freddie was right about one thing for sure, and that is, you know, he was asking, you know, do these guys even know what they're in for, these young guys? Do they even know what's on the line and what have you? Putting words in his mouth here, but the bottom line is, so far they don't act like they do. They're having such a good time.
Yeah.
They're having great success, and it just, they're playing baseball and trying to win games. And you see how excited Ronald is every time somebody scores a run.
Well, he finished August with 39 hits and 11 homers. He is the first National League rookie in over 110 years to do that. Only 2 American League rookies have ever reached those marks. Luke Easter did it in 1950. And Rudy York did it in 1937 with the Tigers. Again, great stat work by Jared Burleson on that note in the Braves game information notes tonight. So truly an historic season for Acuna, who came up in May, got hurt, and missed a month. Think about what his numbers might be like had he not wrecked his knee up in Boston. But having said that, all of this is gravy for Atlanta. His season could have been over up at Fenway Park. Now he faces a 3-2 pitch. And he takes ball 4. That's the first Braves base runner, and Acuna a threat to steal. There's something for Atlanta. A leadoff walk in a scoreless game.
Again, Archer throwing a great game. I don't want to take anything away from him, but when you are a 2-pitch pitcher, you get to see more of those 2 pitches. Acuna recognized that slider easily and drew a walk.
So let's see how the Braves play it here. Ender can handle the bat. Moran is even with the bag on the grass at third base. Bell is holding Acuna. Let's see if Ender's swinging away here in a scoreless affair. He took a strike. It's 0-1.
That was so easily delivered. It almost looked like a changeup, and it was 94. Keep in mind, Cervelli again, 45% on caught stealings.
No balls and a strike. Snap throw back to first, and Bell missed the tag. They had him if the throw was on target, but Acuna to the backside of the base was able to elude the sweep tag of Josh Bell.
Hard as the first baseman to know where the runner is. That was a great job by Acuna to go to the back corner.
Acuna's lead shortened by a half step. The pitch. He was right there, a strike. Yeah, Joe, you made the point about Cervelli, one of the best catchers you don't know anything about. Well, heck, he's overshadowed in his own division with Yadier Molina in St. Louis and Wilson Contreras of the Cubs.
Well, Molina almost in his prime completely shut down any team that had a running game. That's not the case anymore, but this guy can.
1-2. And popped up. Ender fires the bat away in frustration as Moran right at the third base bag takes care of that. 1 on, 1 out for Freddie.
Come on, big fella, break out of it. Again, Kevin Seitzer reminding him before the game, we don't need you to carry us, just be yourself. You are a great hitter, and that will show sooner rather than later. I think we would all agree it's only a matter of time.
I doubt it would happen. You know what I'd love to see? I would just love to see him push a hard bunt down the third base line. They've got this big shift on for him. Get a hit, take a little pressure off, and then see if Nick can follow. It's there for the taken. As Archer sets the 0-1. Lifted in the air toward left, but playable for Dickerson. Back to first is Acuna, and 2 are out.
Sometimes, Joe, do you need to get that big hit or something, and then all of a sudden it snowballs, your confidence changes? Are we looking for something like that?
Yes, absolutely. There's nothing you can do in the cage or in the video room that produces results until you get up there. And then when the results come, then all of a sudden you start feeling better about what you're doing. Ender's talked about that, you know, with the adjustments he's made in his swing. And when he started having some success with it, all of a sudden the confidence comes back and you go to the plate brimming with it. But right now, unfortunately, the 2 guys in the middle of the order, they're not sure when that next one's going to come.
I'd like to see Acuna try to take a base right here. 2 outs. It's okay if he's thrown out. We got Cakes leading off.
Ground ball hit towards second, and Frazier's got it. Hard hit, but an atom ball, and that will retire the side. Atlanta can't cash in a leadoff walk. Still no hits allowed by Archer. We're headed to the 5th. Two hits tonight. Kevin Gausman pitching another beauty while wearing a Braves uniform. He is our SunTrust confidence player tonight.
All those numbers across the board outstanding. 184 average against him, and he is now on a stretch of 20, make it 19 straight shutout innings.
I love his stuff, Joe. Good straight fastball, can sink it. Changeup can split it. Up that ground ball rate to almost 48% this year. Last year he was 14th in all of baseball in ground ball rate, so he's climbing and using his stuff very well.
And throws strikes.
Well, that 4-win total is a very impressive one in this regard. From an historic perspective, it's almost unheard of in Braves history. His 4 wins are the most for an Atlanta pitcher acquired in season since Paul Maholm won 4 games in 2012. The last Braves pitcher with more than 4 wins following a midseason trade was Andy Ashby, who went 8-6 with the 2000 Braves. Milt Pappas won 10 games in 1968 to set the Atlanta era record. So Pappas, Ashby, and Doyle Alexander are the only Atlanta pitchers with more wins than Kevin Gausman since being acquired in a deal. That's very impressive. And a good start to the inning. Bell rolls out. 1 up, 1 down, and the Pirates' 5th. Colin Moran is the hitter.
It couldn't happen at a better time. The Braves have needed every bit of his great starts. And let's not forget, he's an LSU Tiger. Welcome back to the South, big boy. I was saying that because football season's starting tomorrow. I'm trying to.
Well, it started today.
Well, I think the big game's tomorrow against Miami. But I do understand what you're saying.
Here's Colin Moran with 1 out.
I'm getting the death stare from Joe Simpson right now. Is that the way you looked at pitchers when you walked up to the plate?
If I had, maybe it would have worked.
Hey, that's good.
Moran tapped back to the mound in the 2nd inning and takes a little low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I just know that every time you do that, Kelsey has a big smile on her face and can't wait to weigh in on that.
Up and away for Colin Moran, ball 2. Mets were winners today, 2-1 over the Giants in 11 innings. In case you missed the news, David Wright is back with the big league club, not playing but rehabbing. I, for one, am a big David Wright fan. I hope he makes it back somehow, some way.
I think we all are.
He's got 2 more years left on his deal with the Mets. And I don't think David Wright has played a game, if I heard correctly on the radio today, since May of 2016. That would be a remarkably good story for a Mets organization that could use a few more of them. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And inside the bag at third. No chance for Camargo. Acuna got to it quickly. And it's a long single for the Pirate third baseman. It comes with 1 out.
What a good play by Ronald. He had him positioned perfectly. He was shading him a little bit toward the line. Change up, hit that way. And that had the makings of a double for sure. And he got there in a hurry.
I think all of the muscles in his body are fast twitch. He only knows one speed.
Especially the ones that make him grin and smile.
Here's Kevin Newman. And that splits the plate. Strike 1 for the Pirates shortstop. They're taking a long, hard look at Newman, with Jordy Mercer still on their expanded roster. I like Newman a lot. Had a good year in the minor leagues. So far, life in the bigs has been a little tougher for him. Culberson, bad flip. And that ball's in shallow left field, and everybody's safe. The Braves had a chance to get 1, maybe 2. Instead, they get none.
Why didn't he tag the runner right in front of him?
I don't know, Joe. That's what I thought he was going to do. It looked to be an easy double play. If he just tagged him, he may have had too much momentum going forward.
So now Archer will hit with runners at second and third. And look, one of the things the Braves have got to clean up here at home has been defense. They have had,
it's really hurt them, hasn't it?
A lot of errors. 8 unearned runs in their last 8 home games.
That's just a natural play when you feel the ball and cut off that runner in the base path to let him come to you, tag him, throw to first.
Let's see if Gossman can pitch around it. He's got the pitcher up there and Chris Archer.
This is where Gossman is really excited that he came over to the National League. Now, it's baseball. Archer could get a hit here, but he's got to take advantage of this, not pout. He's not a pouter, but this is an opportunity to pick up your teammate, show leadership, go right at him, and bail your teammate out.
And Chris Archer 0 for 7 at the plate as a Pirate. He popped out to right field, and Nick Markakis back in the 3rd inning. Moran at third, Newman at second on the Culberson error. The pitch. And now he's a strike away from recording out number 2.
Moran is not real swift. I would be shocked if he's going on contact.
This is tough because you have that split finger option. You don't want to bounce it or a ball to go back to the plate. Could throw a slider here or again come with the heater, because it's been so good tonight.
Good cut by Archer and fouled away. A ball and 2 strikes.
And what I mean by that with the pouting, sometimes you can see pitchers who turn around and they just give you body language like, really, did you just do that? Gossman didn't do that, and that's where you turn as a veteran. You look at your second baseman and say, I'm going to give you another chance. I'm going to get you out of this.
He's getting a piece of the fastball. He's getting the bat on the ball on the fastball. That's straight. 2-2 breaking ball. Slider. See if he'll chase it.
At the plate, but it was too low. Now it's a full count.
You can see a grimace there from Archer, like, ooh.
It was close, but Fox Track shows it was low.
Tyler pulling it up with that good frame job right there. Did not get the call.
Little tapper. Charlie's got that, and his flip to first. That's the best of all worlds. Here's a redeemer. 2 outs. Second and third, but now you've got to deal with Marte, who's got an 8-game hitting streak.
Another sign of a big leaguer. After you make a big error, you've got to want the ball to come to you on the very next one. I like how Culberson charged that ball. Made a nice play.
So now with 2 outs, everybody can back up to normal depth. Let's see if Marte can oblige and strand 2 Pirate runners in scoring position.
Maybe a reminder from Tyler here that they've got a base open. And Marte's been on a good hitting streak. Got a base hit his last time up. You know, how will they go after him, knowing that they could put him on without any trouble, without any damage too?
Yeah. Do you want him or do you want Frazier, who's had an extended run of success and has been a tough out tonight as well? So the decision's made. We'll see how Gossman and Flowers approach Starling Marte, the Pittsburgh center fielder.
Even though Gossman is right-handed, he gets out lefties a little better because of that nasty split.
Just don't give in here.
Agreed.
1 ball, no strikes. In the air to right. Markakis is back to the warning track. Reaching up. Leaps up. Can't get it. It's off the wall. 2-run score, and Pittsburgh strikes in the top of the 5th. It's 2-0. So the extra out leads to Marte's bases clearing double.
Fortunate this didn't go out of the ballpark. Just out of the reach of Nick, but a fastball, belt high and out over the plate.
So 61 RBIs for Marte. Here's Frazier. He's singled and flied out. And ball 1 for the Pirates second baseman. So Atlanta knows they've got to get at least 3 off Archer to win the game tonight. And one thing we also found out, you don't want to trail this club entering the 6th of the 7th inning, not with their excellent bullpen. They're running out of seats down there. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Frazier single in the first, a little line drive to left field.
Yeah, on a pitch that wasn't a strike.
The stretch now, and the 1-2. He didn't offer. And it's 2 balls, 2 strikes. Sixth inning in Philadelphia. Cubs still lead the Phillies 4-1. Milwaukee beating Washington. That's 2-0 in the fifth at Nationals Park. Nationals are 7.5 games behind Atlanta. Big crowd trying to get something going here. Nervous anticipation as the pitch is right down Broadway, and that'll retire the side. Pittsburgh got a fourth out, and Marte made the most of it with a double off the right field wall. 2-0 Pirates.
Let's go places. And by SunTrust. Confidence starts here.
Beautiful night at SunTrust Park, except for that graphic. Pirates lead 2-0. Atlanta does not yet have a hit. Perhaps Johan Camargo can take care of that. He's feasting in the 5-hole, and that is our Greatness Made Here feature presented by Synovus.
Seems to be feasting wherever Brian Snitker puts him. You know, every time he's in the game, he does something to help you win. Seems like he's been in the 5-hole a lot more than 22 games too, with great damage.
So Chris Archer now with a 2-run lead goes to work with Camargo, Culberson, and Tyler Flowers. Braves have one base runner. That was Acuna, who walked to lead off the 4th inning. And he made him throw a strike to even the count. A little roller hit toward Bell. He lets it go. Frazier fields, and Archer handles a fastball at the ankles. And there's the first out. A 4-1 putout. Nice athletic play by Chris Archer to bend over and catch this hot rocket.
And the rule is you got to get the ball to the pitcher early. It's really hard to catch a baseball looking at the baseball and yet finding the bag with your right foot at the same time. So you want to get that ball to him early, let him catch it, in the last couple steps they can look down and touch the bag. That one Archer had to do everything at once.
Here's Charlie. He's 0 for 1. A ground out to second as well. 1 ball, no strikes. We need somebody to yell real loud and tell Archer he's got a no-hitter. Mess him up. That's fouled off Cervelli. And he has shed his catcher's mitt. Wonder where that got him. He's telling the training staff he's fine, but he needs a moment.
That may have been a ricochet.
Yeah, that guy can smile. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, it got him there.
And take all the time you need.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to say that properly, Chip. You were very graceful. And there's always a laugher.
Yeah. Unless it's you. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And a roller hit towards short. Newman's got it. And a stretch by Bell. Seven groundouts for the Braves in the game, 4 strikeouts. Inciarte and Freddie Freeman are the only Braves hitters to hit the ball in the air in the outfield. And here's Tyler.
Nice pitch count management. A little more than he would have liked in the 3rd, but for the most part, he's had an electric slider tonight. He hasn't overthrown it. It has good sharp break. It's gotten a lot of those ground balls. He's thrown a few more changeups than normal. As we talked about, I'd love to see the Braves get some people on base and put a little pressure on him, try to get him out of his rhythm.
I was a little surprised, and I said it at the time in the 4th, leadoff walk. No thought of bunt. Try to get a man in scoring position and maybe jump in front. That's the only base runner the Braves have had. It's now 2-0 Pittsburgh. As that one's off the plate for an even count to the Braves catcher. This is the Chris Archer the Pirates were hoping to get from the very first pitch he wore in black and gold. He's been very tough. Different guy. And this one to straightaway center. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Archer. He's got a no-hitter through 5, and more importantly, he's got a 2-run lead.
Gausman has made since coming to the Braves. The one we've mentioned a lot is pitching exclusively out of the stretch, and another one is moving his placement on the rubber. Now, he told me that when he got traded here, Alex Anthopoulos sat him down and showed him pictures of every year where his foot was on the rubber, which has changed every year since he's gotten called up. And Anthopoulos told him his numbers are better when he's pitching from the middle or the third base side of the rubber. So Gausman did that in his first bullpen, and in that same bullpen is when Chuck Hernandez pitched the idea of pitching out of the stretch exclusively. So he incorporated both of those into that initial bullpen and his first game as a Brave as well. And guys, I would say it's going pretty well.
It has gone very well, Kelsey. He's won his last 4 decisions, but is on the short end tonight after 5. 2-0 Pirates with their 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up. It's Polanco, Cervelli, and Dickerson.
I want to say something about that. As a pitcher, that's not easy to do. You can do that in the offseason or spring training, but all of a sudden between starts, scoot over 6, 7, 8 inches on the rubber. Not easy. I also think it requires a little bit of humility, because you're a successful pitcher in the big leagues, and now we want you to pitch out of the stretch only. Those are major changes. So to come over and buy in is risky, but it's also beautiful because he's listened.
Well, let me ask you this. Last year he was 11-12 with an ERA of 4.68. His career record 43-52, thanks to his good recent work.
That is scalded, and that is long, long, long gone into Chattahoochee Falls by Polanco. Home run number 22. That equals his career high, and it's a 3-0 Pittsburgh lead.
That was some kind of extension there, folks.
Unfortunately, that's the nitro zone. Gausman had beat him earlier there twice, but Polanco, ready for it, was able to get extended.
No doubter.
Yeah, when you see Ender take about 2 steps and stop, you know that one's not coming back.
The point I was going to make, though, Paul, was that one of the things the Braves said about Gausman when they got him was that
little roller. Camargo, bare hand, flips to first in time, 1 out.
Nice play. Was that he had so much untapped potential that maybe they could find that switch to get him going, that with his career where it was, with whatever success he has had, if you thought this would help get that switch turned on and make you even better, would you be receptive to it?
I think so. I think so. You know, when you pitch in the league for a while and you're pitching in a very tough place to pitch, best place to hit in the league is Baltimore, especially for a left-hander statistically. You may say, hey, I'm coming over here, which is a very fair park. Wait to see what I can do. Give me a chance. But for him to come over immediately and say, okay, I will make those changes, I think that it means something to me.
Dickerson skies toward right.
But I think it's also great that the Braves didn't just say, hey, try this. Like, here's your numbers here. Here's your numbers here. Here's why we want you to do this. And when you sit somebody down and explain things to them in that manner, you know, that's different than just saying, hey, let's try this. So I think it was a very good way the Atlanta Braves approached it.
And they didn't just impose it on him.
Right.
So here's Josh Bell. He's 0 for 2. And I would assume, guys, from a player's perspective, like you said, all those scouting reports, all those helpful hints, all the sabermetric numbers are one thing, but you're not going to buy in until you see it work.
Right.
You can try anything, but if it doesn't work, you're not going to buy in. And this one's launched to center. Ender's going back. Will the park hold this one? At the wall, it will. Just enough room to keep Bell in the ballpark. That was close. Polanco launched one to lead off the inning, and Pittsburgh extends their lead. Braves through 5 offensive innings. Hopefully that'll change in time for the stretch. It's presented by Synovus, the bank of here. Dansby Swanson, then the pitcher, then the top of the order. And looks like Atlanta will pinch hit for Gossman here. Down 3 in the middle innings. Gotta find some offense. It's been in short supply as that's taken low. Braves had 2 runs on 7 hits last night. They've had 1 base runner in this game. It was a leadoff walk in the 4th to Ronald Acuna. One ball, 1 strike. Dansby had the most prolonged at bat for Atlanta tonight, an 11 pitch sequence in the 3rd, and then he struck out on a perfectly placed 95-96 mile-an-hour fastball. It is a different Chris Archer tonight, and way upstairs. 2 balls and a strike, and Archer has not pitched beyond the 5th inning as a Pirate. He's trying to change that with Dansby Swanson in the Atlanta 6th. Wow, late was that call. Holy smokes.
That's the pitch, the slider that he's had working so well tonight. Gotten a lot of ground balls, late break, and let's face it, it's 86 miles an hour with sharp break.
Yeah, but it took Bill Welke a long time to decide on that one.
2-2. To third. Moran can't get it, and that's into shallow left field. Dansby's going to chug towards second. He's going to belly flop in safely, and there's the start. Let's see how this is scored.
I would be shocked if that's not a hit. He scorched that ball.
Came up on Moran too.
And I loved how he didn't assume anything, got out of the box, great base running, was thinking second base from the start. We'll see if that can get the Braves going.
That is ruled a double And there goes the no-hitter. And here's Michael Reed. Reed was called up, part of the Braves roster expansion that Kelsey mentioned earlier tonight. And a big cut swing and a miss. Reed hit .342, 11 homers and a .453 on base percentage in 97 games at 2 levels with the Braves minor leagues.
Great numbers. Got a base hit his last time up in the big leagues. That was in Pittsburgh.
And I believe he was the roster casualty when Bryce Wilson was called up to make his big league debut as well. But here he is. Chance to keep the inning going for Atlanta. The Braves have their first hit. They need 3 runs to get it tied.
From Austin, Texas, does a lot of things well. Runs well, good arms, got some power, tearing it up in AAA with that high average.
Those 2 corners at the bottom of the zone tonight have been very kind to Chris Archer. He is wearing out those 2 spots.
Yeah, you know, you have the pitcher batter heat maps. Those 2 spots are 2 glowing red discs.
They are for him, that's for sure.
Well, he's in his first bit of trouble here tonight. Still hasn't gotten that ever elusive first out in the 6th inning as a Pirate. 2 balls, 2 strikes with the top of the order lurking for Atlanta. The pitch is caught on and missed, and Reed is retired. 1 on, 1 out for Ronald Acuna. So Kevin Gausman went 6 innings, surrendered 3 runs. He gave up the Polanco homer with 4 strikeouts, a hit batsman, and no walks.
Yeah, I believe just 1 earned run. A homer.
And only 5 hits in those 6 innings. So here's Acuna. Ronald has bounced out and walked. There's a shot to right field. That's going to get down for a hit. And that's going to score the Braves' first run. Now Atlanta's cooking. It's 3-1. And a child shall lead them. 49th RBI for Ronald Acuna. And he now rides a 4-game hitting streak.
Nice little inside out swing too to fight that off. A lot of room over there. They were playing him to pull. That works.
He's amazing. 430-foot home run in Miami. Can pull a home run with the best of them. Can hit a home run the other way. Can pull a line drive, shoot the ball up the middle, and now inside out the ball to right field when he needs to.
Now the park's coming to life. Sorry, Paul. Here's Ender. Off the plate, ball 1. Tying run at the plate. Ender looking for his 10th home run on the year. This will be a great spot for it. The pitch is yanked foul.
Ender was upset with himself that he popped up his last time up. Felt like he got a pitch he could handle. And again, going back to what I was saying earlier about his confidence and how high it is right now, you can see why with those numbers.
So the Braves starting their 3rd time through the order against Chris Archer here. Got their first 2 hits. They've got their first run. The pitch. Didn't offer at it. And now Inciarte is ahead in the count.
That was a nasty backdoor slider. Inciarte spit on it. That's when you know you're seeing the ball well. He gave up on that pitch early.
Good lead by Ronald at first. The pitch. Now he's in the driver's seat. Archer upset with that delivery. Wasn't close, and now it's 3-1.
Well, Paul, you can address this better than I, and that is when things tighten up a little bit, you get some guys on base, all of a sudden it's not coming out of your hand quite as loosely as it was.
Well, we talked about that. You can see some of the body language right there. He's a very emotional pitcher.
Full count.
And when you're angry and you want to pitch with some emotion, but then it gets to a point where you get frustrated, you get angry. He just told Inciarte he's frustrated. So when you do that, your emotions start to affect you negatively when they get too much out of control. You try to overthrow instead of taking a deep breath, saying I'm throwing a great game. If I hit my spot here, he's going to get out 9 out of 10 times. And that's hard to do sometimes.
Runner goes. Pitch is skied towards center. And Marte is going to have plenty of room to handle that. And Freddie Freeman will be the final hope for Atlanta in the 6th inning. As Inciarte hits the ball in the air for the 3rd time. Archer got a big second out. He had to go to a full count to do it. But once again, here's Freddie with a chance to do something special here in the 6th.
He relaxed and threw a 3-2 slider right there. That's been his best pitch tonight. So you can bet Freeman has been studying Archer.
They give Freddie the entire 3rd base line. If he guides one down the line and into the corner, Acuna might be able to score from first. And he tried to hit it that way, but into the shift. And the throw to first is in time. Right idea by Freeman, but he needed to hit it 5 feet to Moran's right. The Braves get their first run, their first 2 hits. Bank of here. We head to the 7th inning. Ronald Acuna Jr. has the lone Braves RBI tonight. It's a start, and we know how good the Braves offense can be and has been in the late innings. It'll have to be tonight if they're to even the series with the Pirates. And Sam Freeman will be called upon in relief of Kevin Gossman. Sam's done good work of late, and he will face the bottom of the Pittsburgh order. Moran, Newman, and the pitcher spot.
Sorry,
excuse me.
The bullpen only gave up 1 run last night in relief of Anibal Sanchez. They had to cover 3 2/3 innings, and they've been doing a good job as a unit in these situations. Let's hope they can shut down the Pirates, not let them on the board, and give the offense a chance to come back up and do some more damage.
Moran swings the first from Freeman, and Camargo makes the play, 1 out. Joe, you're right about the bullpen. The best ERA by month came in August for Chuck Hernandez's relief crew. Braves relief corps in August went 5-6, saved 8 of 13 games, and had a sparkling .319 ERA. That'll play.
Chip, you made a great point yesterday about the starters too and how that works hand in hand. Relievers have not been burned out or overused, so they come into the game fresh.
And Sam had some time off to rest that balky left shoulder. He's come back throwing hard and throwing strikes, so he looks refreshed by that injury stint, if you will. And that's in for a strike to Kevin Newman, the shortstop, whose ball in play is the critical play in this game. A little chopper hit to Charlie Culberson at second. He had a chance to tag out Moran. Instead, he backflipped awkwardly out of reach of Dansby Swanson for a two-base error. And this one is just foul. That was close. And those 2 unearned runs in the fifth, right now, the difference in the game.
Ooh, got some chalk and then missed the bag.
I don't know if you know this, but we don't count chalk anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Apparently not. Guess that doesn't count.
No.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and a swing and a miss. Newman is retired, 2 up and 2 down. And Archer's not going to continue. He's going to come out of the game. Josh Harrison's grabbed a bat, and he'll pinch hit after Archer goes 6 innings of 1-run ball. Braves fans, the 2019 schedule's out, and A-List memberships are on sale. With the 2019 A-List membership, you'll get access to postseason tickets this year, and you'll get exclusive benefits, priority access, and year-long discounts next year. Experience the big moments like never before. Head to Braves.com/A-List today. So Brian Snitker, now that Harrison has been announced, is on his way out to get Sam Freeman. Again, with the roster expansions, the Braves have Shane Carl, Tuki Toussaint, Bryce Wilson, Kyle Wright available in the bullpen, and this is something you'll see a lot in September. More toys for the managers to play with. We'll see who's on to pitch next. In play. Here's Shane Carl. It's been a while for Shane. And Harrison will be the hitter for the Pirates. 2 outs, nobody aboard in the top of the 7th inning.
He has worked in a couple of rehabs, but his last work in the big leagues was August 7th.
Right shoulder inflammation. Nice to see him come back. Good numbers on the season. Has thrown a lot of big innings early, getting the Braves out of jams. This is another guy you can point to as for the reason for the Braves' success. Another unsung hero.
Yeah, he and Dan Winkler in the first month and a half, 2 months of the season were, if not automatic, you certainly felt great about your chances with those two guys pitching in the 7th or the 8th. And he's jumped ahead of Harrison here. No balls, 2 strikes. Harrison cleared waivers but was not dealt by the Pittsburgh Pirates before the waiver deadline. See if he remains a Pirate the rest of the year. The pitch is lined out of play. Players can still be dealt, but if they go to a playoff caliber club, because they are acquired after September 1st, they would not be eligible for the postseason for their new team.
I think there is a way around that, if I'm not mistaken.
To third, Camargo's got it, and he'll patty cake and fire to first in time. Welcome back, Shane Carl. We'll ponder that point as we take you to the stretch. Pittsburgh 3, Atlanta 1 in Game 2 at SunTrust.
Welcome to the stretch, presented by Synovus, the bank of here.
Welcome to the stretch, brought to you by Synovus. Jerome and Nick out on the Fox Sports set in the Battery, and Ronald Acuna Jr. beginning September, picking up right where he left off in August. Nick, absolutely phenomenal. The RBI tonight for Atlanta, and his month in August is one of those for the record books. Not too many young players were able to do what he did in the month of August. Matter of fact, his name is among Hall of Famers right now.
Wow, he's so fun to watch. He's literally a can't miss at bat for me every time he gets up. I feel like he's going to do something special every time he comes to the plate. The power has been ridiculous. He's using the whole field. He's driving the ball on the inside part of the plate to center field, to right center field. The approach has been great. Remember, he's not going to turn 21 until December 18th. This is not normal. We're spoiled watching him every single day. I'm not sure there's anything that he cannot do on the baseball field, and he keeps getting better. By the way, he leads the team in home runs with 22. He's only played 83 games.
You take a look at this graphic here, Nick. Mel Ott, Frank Robinson, Willie Mays, 3 of the greatest all-time Hall of Famers. Mike Trout, the way he's going, he's going to probably be in there. Does that mean Ronald Acuna Jr. is going to join him in Cooperstown one day? I know it's only been 3 months, but come on.
It sure looks like it. I mean, the way he's playing baseball right now, I don't see any reason why he couldn't. As long as he stays healthy, this kid's going to be amazing. Love him in the leadoff spot. Done great things, and he's still only 20 years old.
All right, let's hope he drives in at least one more tonight before we get you back upstairs. Here now a word from our friends at Synovus.
Visit Synovus for your banking, lending, and investing needs. Proudly serving you across the Southeast. Synovus, the bank of here.
Okay, fellas, thanks for your good work on the stretch as always. Bottom half of the inning coming up. It's Pittsburgh 3, Atlanta 1, 4, 5, and 6 for the Braves. Markakis, Camargo, and Charlie Culberson. This is Richard Rodriguez, part of an excellent Pittsburgh bullpen.
I think he kind of gets overlooked, Paul. He's got great numbers, does a great job for them, but with the addition of Kella and the way Vasquez is pitched, you kind of forget about him.
Right. Big difference in lefties and righties. Righties hit him way better, which is unusual because he is a righty. 92, 93 miles an hour, pitches with a lot of guts. And bottom line is he's hot right now. He's made 5 straight scoreless appearances. And that amounts to a little over 7 innings pitched.
He was originally a Houston Astros prospect, signed in 2010. And the first one is right there for Nick Markakis, who's grounded out twice tonight. Rodriguez then went to the Orioles organization and now signed as a minor league free agent by the Pirates. And they've built him up with 50 big league games this year after 5 career major league outings to his total, all of them coming last year.
Well, pat on the back one more time for Ray Searage and what he does for some guys. Terrific pitching coach.
I like that you said that. I think pitching coaches are overlooked many times.
Strike 3, 3 pitches, retires Markakis, 1 out in the 7th. The Pirates bullpen has been very good. In fact, their ERA in August, talked about how good the Braves was. Pittsburgh's was even better, a 293 relief earned run average, second best in the National League last month. I believe the Cardinals were the only one better. And they totally revamped their bullpen in St. Louis, putting Carlos Martinez, a former starter, in relief now.
Bud Norris had a great August for them.
Yes, he did. Former Brave. Norris became the de facto closer after Greg Holland's stumbles. And Camargo quickly behind, 0-2. 3-1 Pirates. Chicago still leading in Philadelphia. That's in the 8th, 5-1 Chicago. Milwaukee 3-1 over Washington.
Talking to the Pirates before the game, they said offensively it's very simple for us. Our outfield either produces or it's going to be a long game. Can't say that for the Braves, as everybody contributes, and I love when different players come up to the plate and you always feel like they have a chance.
Swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts for Rodriguez. And you're right, Paul, the Pirates outfield's done all the RBI damage tonight. Marte with a double off the wall in right. Polanco with a long homer to center. And here's Charlie, 0 for 2. A couple of ground outs for him tonight. $33,705 is tonight's paid crowd on Saturday. Final game with the Pirates here tomorrow. Note the start time, 5:05 first pitch. We'll be on the air with Braves Live at 4:30. Then the Red Sox Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then Atlanta heads out for a very difficult and crucial road trip. 4 with the Diamondbacks, 3 with the Giants. And that shot into right field. Polanco read it well, and he boats it. Culberson on his way to second. He'll slide in. The ball gets away. No further advance. That is only Polanco's second error of the year.
What in the world happened there?
I don't know. He just flat out missed it. I can't say that it was in the lights.
I've talked about this on many occasions. Sometimes an outfielder will put the glove up in front of his face to catch a ball and lose track of where the ball is. Can't see through the glove to the baseball. And he kind of crossed over, put his glove in front of his face.
And you know, when somebody's fighting the lights, you see a squint, you see them being hesitant. I didn't see that at all. It looked like, hey, I think it's right here, and whiff.
So a hit could bring the Braves a run closer. A big hit could tie the game. A 2-base error on the Pirate right fielder Gregory Polanco opens the door for Atlanta with 2 outs in the 7th.
That ball came off of Charlie's bat slicing, and if he did block his view of it, it was still moving and moved right off the edge of his glove.
It's getting loud here at SunTrust Park, guys. This feels like the playoffs to me. Everything is magnified, every strike, every error, crowd getting into the game. Don't make us break out the chop.
1 ball, 1 strike. Outside. 2-1. Tyler fouled a slider off, and now it's 2-2.
Come on, Tyler. Pretend it's extension day.
That was a beauty.
Home run against Tampa Bay the day his contract for next year was announced. And the pitch. Pop back toward us. So the right-hander's ready again. And did he go? Yes, he did. Ball in the dirt. Cervelli's going to have to throw him out at first. And that will retire the side. Tyler couldn't avoid swinging at a ball in the dirt. Rodriguez strikes out the side, and we head to the 8th.
Told you earlier that Ivan Nova was scratched from tomorrow's start and that he's not even with the team right now. Well, let's take a look at who will start for him with our Verizon probables. We mentioned it earlier. It'll be Nick Kingham, a spot start for him. He's 5-6 on the year with a 4.92 ERA. He has made 12 starts this season in 14 games, so he knows what it takes, guys. But that coverage will start at 4:30 tomorrow on Fox Sports South with Braves Live. That will be the series finale.
And hopefully, Kelsey, the Braves will have a chance to win the series. To do that, they have to win tonight. They're down 2 runs after 7 innings. And now Shane Carl will face the top of the Pirate order. Marte has 4 hits in the series. A 2-run double put Pittsburgh up in the 5th inning. And the first one over the inside corner, a strike. There's a good slider. It's quickly 0-2.
Nice slider right there that had downward tilt. Didn't just go to the side with a little frisbee. Bottom fell out. Those are the best kind.
Just a little low. They're going to the bottom of the 8th inning in Philadelphia now. The Cubs still lead 5-1. Milwaukee maintains a 2-run lead over the Nationals, 3-1, bottom 7th. The 1-2 is bounced toward Camargo. He charged and makes a strong throw, as he always does. 1 out.
Boy, the Brewers were busy yesterday.
They got Curtis Granderson. They got Xavier Cedeno from the White Sox. And they got Gio Gonzalez from the Washington Nationals. And Brian Snitker is going to go get Shane Carl. Welcome back, Shane. Couple of groundouts in his return from the disabled list. Frazier and Polanco are coming up next. The Braves go deeper into their bullpen, down 2. 20,000 fans here at SunTrust. Get a Boston Braves Babe Ruth bobblehead presented by Gas South. Get your tickets today at braves.com/tickets. Can't worry about the Red Sox yet. Got 2 more with the Pirates, including tonight's game, which is very late. It's 3-1 Pittsburgh in game 2. Johnny Venters becomes the 4th Atlanta pitcher, the 3rd reliever in tonight's ball game. Adam Frazier has a 1-for-3 night. Gregory Polanco is 1-for-3 with a homer, and he's on deck. And I just missed. 1 ball, no strikes.
Johnny finally gave up a run against Tampa Bay on the 28th. First run he's allowed when he has been back in a Braves uniform. Followed that up though with a good inning and a 1/3 of shutout, hitless ball against the Cubs.
Johnny had a milestone save for the Braves back in August. As this one's cracked towards center. Ender on the run, still sprinting, still going, and he's going to get it. Frazier hit it hard. Ender ran even harder to track it down. 2 outs. Great running catch by Enciarte. Unfortunately, he couldn't catch this man's last at bat. Our StatCast AI powered by AWS.
Full extension, 6'5", 230, 435 feet.
Pretty good exit velocity right there at 107.6. Up and away, he averages 98.5. So
yeah, the 0.6 was the big difference.
That was just got, and Gossman was beating him in that location, but as with most good hitters, you can only go to the well so many times. So just the rule against him is if you throw a fastball up and away and get away with it, just remember next time may want to keep it down. And everybody knows that. It's easier said than done.
Yeah, Anibal did a great job on him last night with nothing but off-speed stuff. Had him chasing everything.
Johnny Venters picked up a save on August 22nd against Pittsburgh. His first save in 11 years to the day with the Braves. And he comes on and gets Frazier and Polanco. Nice work. Now it's time for the Braves bats. They've got 6 outs left. They're down a pair.
And of course, with the Pirates on top of the Braves, we are rooting very, very, very hard for the Cubs tonight. They're up in Philadelphia already with a 2-0 lead. They got guys on 2nd and 3rd, and Kyle Schwarber will get into one and send it to deep left center field. Now, Odubel Herrera has some bounce, but he can't get up high enough off of this one. Next thing you know, Anthony Rizzo and Chris Bryant will come around to score. And Schwarber ends up on 3rd base. That made it 4-0. It's 5-1 right now in the 8th inning, fellas.
And we hope that score continues and hope this one changes in Atlanta. It'll be tough Keone Kela is the next Pirate reliever, and he pitched brilliantly last night. 2 strikeouts in 1 inning. He's got Swanson, Lucas Duda, and Ronald Acuna coming up. And Kela missed inside, ball 1.
I just voted for him for reliever of the month for his good work. 1 run allowed. Again, what a pickup, what a steal from the Rangers.
Well, you know, it's funny you say that, as this one is cracked toward left field. Pretty well hit. Dickerson back, gone. 1-run game.
But it's a new month.
Dansby Swanson does not miss a straight fastball. Mistake fastball. I don't care how hard it is. That went down the middle of the plate. And Joe, I loved how he was rounding second base, screaming, "Let's go."
Speaking of extension, head right on the baseball. He is wearing the Pirates out.
That's his 3rd homer against Pittsburgh this year. That was our Cricket Wireless something to smile about. 358 feet, the tail of the tape. And Atlanta's now down a run. Still 6 outs left. It's a 3-2 game. And here's Lucas Duda. And Joe, the point I was going to make was everybody's talking about Daniel Murphy of the Cubs. And how did he get through waivers? What a steal he was for Chicago. This guy long term might be an even bigger steal for the Pittsburgh Pirates. How does a guy with 20-something saves get traded from Texas to Pittsburgh?
From 24 saves on a losing team. Yeah. They were sly about it. They got him before the trading deadline, before anybody else could.
Smoke to right. That's headed for the corner. Duda around first. Big man rumbling for 2. Polanco's got to dig it out, and the Braves are in business. Tying run in scoring position. Nobody out. That's his first hit as a Brave.
Absolutely love it. And Lane Adams will run out to second base. Our friend, he's back. The speedster. Well done, Lucas Duda. He's put on a clinic during batting practice. The shift was on. It didn't matter. He torched that ball.
And Kela, who was so good last night, 2 strikeouts out of the 3 guys he faced in the top of the order, has given up a home run and a double. Well done, Mr. Duda.
So, Joe, we talked a lot in recent days about playoff-like at-bats. This is a huge at-bat for Ronald Acuna Jr. Get that man to third at the very least, where you have a chance to get a run with an out. Runner at second, nobody out. Bell is well off the line at first. Acuna's hit the ball the other way tonight twice. And he tries to hit it the other way here. It's dumped down the right field line. Polanco in fair ground makes the play. Adams will tag and move to third. It's a productive out.
Well done.
Look at the energy in that dugout. The crowd is doing the chop. I absolutely love it. And guys, when Lane Adams ran out to second base, I got a good feeling on the inside. He feels like he is, I feel like he's part of this family, like he never left.
So now the infield will come in for the Pirates. Ender Inciarte, the batter. Ender's flied out to left. He's flied up to center, and he's popped to third. Those 2 flyouts would be just what the doctor ordered here for Atlanta. And Cervelli out now to talk to Kela about how they've approached Ender in tonight's game. You also have to know how aggressively Ender likes to swing the bat with runners in scoring position.
Especially after meetings like this. He likes to ambush that first one.
Kela with that good 12-6 curveball, hasn't thrown it yet. More effective against right-handed hitters. With that good 12-6, you would think he would get out lefties better too, but I like this matchup.
Infield in for the Pirates. Crowd roaring at home. 3-2 game. Blistering strike at 96. 0-1.
Ender was ready to ambush it too. That had some late life to it.
He's going to his mouth on the mound.
No balls and a strike. Oh, what a cut. But now it's 0-2. Braves and Pirates played to a 3-2 score last night. We're playing to a 3-2 score tonight. But the Braves have the tying run 90 feet away. And Cervelli wants time. Did he go? He went. Ball got away. Cervelli can't get it in time. And we're tied. On a check swing strikeout. Ender reaches. Lane Adams comes home, and miraculously the Braves have tied this game.
And the speed of Lane Adams on September 1st with the rosters expanded comes home to roost for the Braves. Great effort there by Cervelli to try to block that ball that bounced well in front of the plate. Tag up, go to third on a fly ball, score on the wild pitch. Welcome back, Lane.
And you get Ender at first as a bonus after he struck out, and he might be running. You've got Freddie up now. Outside, Kella not the same guy tonight.
I will say this about Freddie and Nick tonight. They both have hit hard ground balls right at people. Freddie's his last time up right at the shift of Moran at short.
Ender's running. Freddie takes a strike. Throw to second. Late.
Listen to this crowd.
You know, it's a matter of time for Ender to go. He's got his 25th steal. Now a single could put you in front.
He had a big lead and a great jump.
And I think Kella just forgot about him. Slow to home. Ender again with a good jump. Cervelli, who throws out base runners well, had no chance.
This is the manager out there now.
So let's see what they decide to do here. You have Freddie Freeman, the Braves superstar hitter. You have Nick Markakis behind him. Will they pitch to Freeman, pitch around Freeman, set up a double play? A lot of things in play here for Clint Hurdle.
Well, this is something similar to what happened to the Braves when they had Marte up there and a base open. They could pitch around Freddie. They know that he has not been hot. They know that Nick hasn't. But Nick is the guy that's hit into so many double plays.
And how about those numbers? Braves offense 259. That's good enough for first after the 8th inning.
1 ball, 1 strike. What a take that was. Holy smokes. Left-hand hitter's happy zone, and Freddie took it for ball 2. A strikeout, wild pitch has tied the game. The bonus, Ender got to first. He promptly stole second. Now he could score with a hit to put Atlanta in front. The pitch. Down the left field line. Fair ball. Ender's going to score. Freeman on his way to second, and the Braves have the lead.
Chip, that wasn't far from the pitch he took. It was in, and Freddie did a great job of his little inside out flare to left. That was gorgeous. Target away, fastball, inner third.
Oh, boy, did he need that. Freddie, who was so frank about what had been going on at the plate as we came on the air tonight, may have just turned the lights out on the Pirates. 4-3 is your score. Atlanta's 8th inning continues with a 3-run rally. It's 4-3. Pitch, a steal, and then Freddie Freeman's clutch double puts Atlanta in front.
Well, needless to say, Mr. Kayla had a little trouble tonight locating the wild pitch that bounced so far in front of home plate. That pitch to Freddie.
He didn't throw his best pitch. Here's a
hook,
nasty hook, and he didn't throw it. The pitch he did throw it killed the worm in front of home plate.
Yeah.
And ended up on first, and Lane Adams scores. So it was a little confusing for me.
He'd given up 1 run in 15 outings in August.
Well, he's given up 3 so far, and the strikeout he got cost him a base and a run.
But like I said, it's new month too.
Yes, sir. Well, Atlanta has 3 in the 8th. Nick Markakis is the batter. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Rays have 5 hits now, and Kyle Crick misses outside. 1 ball, no strikes.
Crick throws hard and has a good slider.
I was about to say Crick is quick.
Yep. Came over in the McCutcheon deal, 98 miles an hour. I guess you got to throw 102 now to stand out.
Right.
Good cut by Markakis, even count. Cubs lead the Phillies 7-1. They're in the bottom of the 9th inning with 2 outs. This could be a very productive night for Atlanta if they can hang on and win this one. Nationals are also losing. Braves are 2 up on the Phillies. But more importantly, 1 up on the Pirates tonight. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little pop into shallow left. That's going to get down. Dickerson fields it cleanly. Freddie had to wait to make sure it wasn't caught. Good base running, and a blue pit from Markakis, fellas, a sign of good things to come, we hope.
And back-to-back hits.
Yes.
For he and Freddie.
In case you missed it, my partner Joe Simpson sang in the open. We wondered when it was going to take effect. It looks like it was the 8th inning. And the slumps may be over. You talked about those big hits, and all of a sudden confidence goes your way. I think we can say this inning, that has a chance to happen.
The Cubs have finished off the Phillies. That one's gone final. So Atlanta now with a chance to add on to their divisional lead. Have Camargo in the box. He's been torching the ball in the 5th spot. First and third, one out, and a good cut fouled away.
Torch was lit tonight in the 8th inning by a leadoff homer from Dansby Swanson.
The bottom of the order feeding the top.
I'm just thinking about young guys. I'm thinking about young guys doing what they've been doing.
No balls and a strike, and time called again. A long inning for the Pirates. Crick, the second pitcher. Camargo, the 7th hitter. 5 of the first 6 hitters for the Braves have reached. This never quit with Snit club has not quit tonight. There were being no hit through 5 innings by Chris Archer. They got 1 run in the 6th inning. It was a 3-1 game.
You know what else? You do things the right way, things come back to you, and that's what happened with Acuna getting that runner over to third base with nobody out. That fly ball to right, that was big.
Camargo's been a little bit of a free swinger tonight. Let's see if he can be patient and get his pitch.
He did. Line drive to right. Polanco is there. Freddie's going to tag. He's going to come. The throw to play. They didn't get it. Freeman called safe at the plate. Cervelli thinks he got the tag. For the moment, it's 5-3 on a sac fly. And the Pirates know all about controversial tag plays at the plate in Atlanta.
I love that he was safe. I don't think that Cervelli got him. I think Polanco with a great arm.
No. I wonder why Cervelli went all the way out there to get that throw instead of letting the throw come to him. That was a good throw by Polanco. You can see that he did get him on the back of the leg, but way up on the thigh. Plate block from us there, but we saw in that first replay right here, he got the leg in first. The foot's in.
But did it touch the plate is the question.
I think it did, because I think that was the kickback, that little lip on the front of the plate that pushed his toe back a little bit. Sign that he hit something. The only thing there is the front of the plate.
But I go back to Cervelli taking that throw so far out in front of home plate. Did he have to do that to handle the hop?
You know, we saw Polanco throw out Bryce Wilson at first base, and it was 97.5 miles an hour. So he has got a hose.
So watch again.
Look how far out there he is.
Was Freddie's toe on the plate, on that front edge of the plate at the time of the tag? What I like is that they are waiting so long, which often means there's not enough evidence to change the call on the field, which for the Braves was safe. But one never knows with replay. Ron Washington and the Braves made the Pirates make 2 plays. They made them. The question is, did they make it in time to cut off a 5th run?
That was a perfect throw, and the hop was going to be perfect, but Cervelli got impatient and had to go get it. And watching that low first camera angle, it looked like Freddie's foot was dragging along the ground the whole way.
So Camargo with 2 strikes was able to put the ball in play. He drove it to right. Polanco made the grab. And the throw to the plate was right on the money. This one, though, in the hands of replay. And I think we have our verdict. He will be safe. The call stands, and again, it was bang, bang. Not enough evidence to change the call on the field. And Atlanta gets a huge insurance run on a Camargo sac fly. And 4 runs belong to Kella.
On an 0-2 count, his 65th RBI. So
it's a 5-3 game. And with 2 outs, Charlie Culberson will be the batter. He reached on a 2-base error by Polanco his last time up. And right now, nobody feels better about the turn of events in this game than Charlie Culberson.
You're right.
Well said.
Good cut, fouled back. So the 4 runs by Kella is a new career high, or low from a pitcher's perspective, I guess. And Culberson, the 8th man to hit in this inning.
Great athletic play by Cervelli. I think, you know, with the rule that you can't block home plate, it's hard to set up sometimes. We saw Zook make an incredibly athletic play on a throw from Ender in Pittsburgh that saved the game.
And a swing and a miss retires the side. What an inning for Atlanta. The kids are all right. Dansby Swanson with a solo home run. Lucas Duda joins the Braves with his first hit, a double. Ender Inciarte, strikeout, wild pitch, and then Freddie Freeman with a double. Camargo a sac fly, and Atlanta with 4 in the 8th needs 3 outs for a huge comeback win. More RBI Baseball 18 is available now. Learn more at RBIGame.com. Rated E for everyone. The Battery will be rocking tonight if the Braves can get 3 more outs with a 5-3 lead after 8 unbelievably gut-wrenching innings tonight at SunTrust Park.
Like you said, Paul, this place was rocking. Bottom of the 8th inning.
Energy off the charts, the chop. Relievers had come into a dark stadium with the iPhones going up and down. It was beautiful. A lot of energy again. It feels like playoffs, and so glad the Braves have come through.
So Ozzie Albies takes over at second base for Atlanta. A.J. Minter is on, trying to earn his 12th save. Francisco Cervelli is the first Pirate hitter. And a good choice. There's that cutter. And Cervelli didn't get it. Strike 1.
I love that cutter. It comes in like a heat-seeking missile. Looks like 93 down the middle of the plate and then just bores in on righties. Lefties can chase.
In a 2-run game, get that first guy. 0-1. Crowd hushed the pitch. Did he go? He did not. Even count. This really has been a tale of 2 games. Pirates won the first 5 innings offensively. The Braves won the last 5 themselves. And need 3 outs from Minter to take a 3-game lead in the East over the Phillies, who lost tonight. Cubs beat them 7-1. Chopper foul. It's 1-2.
Excellent execution right there. Now Cervelli, catcher, tough, got the arm guard on, not afraid to take a hit. Minter likes to throw that cutter in there. There's a fine line between getting it in and not hitting a batter.
And Cervelli already hit by a pitch once tonight. They have been trying to crowd him.
Now the 1-2 pitch. Strike 3. He was looking for something else.
Well, he got the backdoor cut or whatever he was looking for. He didn't get that. He wasn't looking for that. Perfect.
That was beautiful. 2 pitches ago, he got the backdoor slider that was 86. That was 94. You can't be wrong on a 94 cutter that starts off the plate.
Loved Minter's reaction after he got that called third strike. Bit of a fist pump from AJ, knowing how important it was to get that leadoff man retired. Now Corey Dickerson, the batter, 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. One ball, no strikes. This is such a remarkable game for the point that you guys have been talking about all night. These youngsters haven't done this before. This is uncharted territory for them, including AJ Minter. I think even count.
I think about that shot of Lucas Duda there and what he did tonight, getting that double after the home run by Swanson. There's still joy and excitement when you're playing for a last place club like Lucas was when you come from behind and win a game. You know, you're happy, but not near what he's experiencing right now with so much on the line for these games and how exciting it is.
And to contribute so early after you've been acquired. I mean, that's got to make him feel like man on top of the mountain. High target. And it's skied foul. Well struck, but out of play. 1-2. I mean, think about the way this game has worked out. Shane Carl back from the DL, 2/3 of an inning. New guy with rosters expanded. Duda acquired. New guy. Lane Adams pinch running. His speed allowed him to beat that potential play at the plate to get the game tied. And Brian Snitker, a masterful job of manipulating his lineup card and getting the right guys in the right spot at the right time. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's down the left field line and curling foul.
I agree with you, Chip. A win is not a win, as a loss is not a loss. They're not the same. A late inning loss zaps you. When you think you're going to win the game and you don't, it zaps you. When you think, hey, this one's out of our control, we're just not clicking, and all of a sudden you find a way to get the job done, it energizes a team. If the Braves can hold on, that locker room is going to be going nuts after the game.
Sure is.
1 ball, 2 strikes for Corey Dickerson. Good try, he didn't offer. Again, this is a Pirate team that is tough to strike out. The Braves with Gossman, Freeman, Carl, Venters, and now Minter. Only 6 Pirates have struck out in this game. Dickerson has been retired twice that way. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Serve toward third. Camargo's got it. Tricky hop. Perfect throw. 2 outs. One more man to get.
Camargo's had some tough plays at third tonight. He's answered every one of them. That ball stayed down low. He did a nice job of fielding it. And again, that cannon to first base. Now he's explaining the hop to his teammates.
Yeah, it might have caught the edge of the grass.
So Josh Bell will bat right-handed. He's 0 for 3. What a difference a 2-run lead is in a game like this with a man like Bell coming up. Yes, a down power year, but he's got power. He almost hit one out of the park in the 6th.
Well, I was just thinking that, Chip, he can hit one 450 feet here if he wants to.
And the Braves would still have a lead. But don't walk him.
No, sir.
Sharply hit. Camargo dives, makes the play, throws to first. Braves win. What a ball game. What a comeback.
A lot of smiles, fireworks going off, Blooper running with the flag. And that last out going to Camargo was very appropriate the way they finished this one off.
Mark it down, folks. That's a big win on September 1.
And that big win propels the Braves to their 75th victory. They are now 3 games ahead of the Phillies. Phillies have another date with the Cubs tomorrow. We have another date with the Pirates here tomorrow night. Braves live at 4:35. Julio Teheran will go to the mound for the Braves. He's been pitching great with a chance to win this series. 4 in the 8th for Atlanta. A rally sparked by a Dansby Swanson leadoff home run as the Braves got to Keone Kela for 4 runs to steal away game 2. What a night. 5-3 Atlanta for Paul Bird, Joe Simpson, Kelsey Wingert, and our crew. Chip Carey, stay tuned. Braves Live presented by Xfinity is coming right up.